Well, all right. Welcome to one and all Grenadians, people from Carriacou, Pity Martinique, the rest of the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson. We are coming to you from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. That is Grenada. And so, folks, we have a lot of things to tell you about, things that are happening here in Grenada, things that are happening outside of Grenada. But today we're going to spend some time home because there's a lot happening. The vaccination process is ongoing, and so it was another day for frontline workers, and added to that today media workers and so on. We're going to talk about that in a moment. We want to officially just welcome everybody currently coming in onto the program. Let us take a look at the headlines. In the headlines, there's still no known active case of COVID-19 in Grenada. More persons turn out to be vaccinated, and mass vaccination of frontline workers in Carriacou tomorrow, Wednesday. 65 and over are the next set of people to be vaccinated here in Grenada. We're going to explain that to you in a moment. And Health Minister also invited opposition officials to receive their vaccine. And a retired public worker is threatening to take the government to court. We'll tell you why. And the fire department here, they're pretty concerned about the spate of fires for 2021 so far. And accusations that employers are forcing employees to take vaccine. And WhatsApp to switch off messages for all who reject their new terms and conditions. We're going to talk to you about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. Now, folks, it's important to let you know that we have corporate entities who support this program religiously, and of course there are some of them who support the headlines and others who support the entire program. And of course we want to say thank you to those that sponsor our headlines. We're talking about the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Licks Laundry Detergents as well. We have Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, and the Ministry of Health. We want to say thank you guys for supporting this program. Folks, when we come back, it could be real news in Olelililolo. So brace all yourself. If you have not yet done so, it is important to share the program. You see, when I share the program, that's how other people get to know that we're live. You know what I mean? So please go ahead and share the business. We'll be back.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
The various COVID-19 vaccines work differently, but all do the same thing. They stop COVID-19 from making you sick. When someone usually gets sick from a virus, that virus has been able to get into the body's cells and force them to make more of the virus. And until a body has had enough time to make antibodies to fight the virus, that person will stay sick. But when you get a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells your cells to pretend to look like COVID-19 cells. And because your body's defenses think those are COVID-19 cells, even though they aren't, your defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though you don't have the virus, and your body won't attack your cells that look like COVID-19. Now with your body prepared, if the real COVID-19 virus comes along, your body is ready to stop it right away, so you won't get sick. All because the vaccine prepared your body. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
just give them licks.
if your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
give them licks.
if your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E, and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
just give them licks.
just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark, and dust still on your floor?
Our licks for them.
If your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks?
Licks.
So the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks, licks, licks.
Your product's giving you licks?
Then choose licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, family members, so let's say welcome back again to our Mikey Life program for tonight. Again, if you are just joining us, then we are happy to have you with us. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you about, boy, it's going to be a lot about the vaccine and the rolling out of the vaccination here in Grenada. Now, the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, the GHTA, boy, they have collaborated with the Ministry of Health along with the Radisson Beach Resort, and that is to help launch the COVID-19 vaccination to all frontline workers this Monday through to Friday. Now, in a proactive effort, the health team, sorry, just 1 second, all right? Screen. All right. Now, let's go back to that. Yeah, I just had a little glitch on my screen. All right, so let's get back to that. Now, in a proactive effort, the health team, along with the GHTA and Radisson, they have coordinated a mass rollout of the program at the Radisson Resort, and that is to provide easy access and added convenience, and that is to those who are interested in being vaccinated. Now, the tourism sector has welcomed the vaccination campaign as a means of restarting the tourism industry with the hope that it would open a critical window of opportunity to fight the COVID-19 pandemic while also promoting the safe resumption of international travel. Now, the GHTA CEO, Arlene Friday, states, and I quote, that the first line of defense are our frontline workers, and ensuring their health and safety is our national priority. The GHTA is happy to support the Ministry of Health's vaccination initiative in any way possible, and that is to help restore tourism and a sense of optimism and hope to our hospitality sector, unquote. Now, there were several notable tourism representatives that led by example, and they were vaccinated during the launch, including the Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen, and that's the Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation. Then there was Mr. Leo Gabot, MBE. He's the president of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, and many other hotel owners and managers. Other frontline workers that were in attendance represented a diverse cross-section of the tourism industry, including the hospitality, restaurant, airport, immigration, taxi, tour operators, dive sector, marina services, etc. Grenada was able to secure the AstraZeneca vaccine, all right? That's the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine as part of the World Health Organization's COVAX program, and through donations from governments of India, or from the government of India, in fact, all right? So they're saying that, they like the whole idea that people came out and so on, all right? Now, as it relates to our COVID-19 status, Grenada still remains COVID-free, technically, because we do not have any known case of COVID-19 here, all right? This pronouncement was made by the Minister for Health, Honorable Nicholas Steele. Now, in a media engagement this morning in the post-cabinet briefing, he gave an update of the COVID-19 situation here on island.
Today, we still remain with no changes with respect to our COVID cases, 148 confirmed cases, no active cases at present, no new cases at present. We currently have 166 persons in quarantine facilities. Those are inbound travelers, and all else remains the same.
Thank you very much. All right, so that is good at least. Now, folks, here's that more persons are to be vaccinated. That's according to the Minister for Health. All right, again, a lot of people turned out and they're saying that they are going to continue the process.
What I do want to say, though, is that we ended last week having dedicated the entire week for our healthcare frontline workers to have access to vaccinations and VIPs. We ended the week with 394 vaccines being administered. We ended yesterday, just Monday alone, with 649 in total. From Monday morning, the vaccinations were offered to frontline hospitality workers, and there has been significant uptake from them. I just left the Radisson site before coming here, and we have already administered over 100 vaccines for the morning. The lines are there, the individuals are there, everything is moving smoothly, and we would expect to have similar, if not optimistically more, uptake today with respect to vaccinations.
Thank you very much, Minister Steele. Now, the Ministry of Health advises all frontline service providers on the sister isle of Carriacou and the PT Martinique that you can receive your vaccine at the Princess Royal Hospital in Carriacou as of tomorrow, Wednesday, from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eligible frontline persons include law enforcement officers, police officers like the Customs and Immigration, health wardens and contact tracers, port or dock workers, airport workers, hotel and guest warehouse employees and certified taxi operators. Now, interested persons or interested workers, you must present a valid company photo ID or an official ID inclusive of NIS, driver's license, or passport. Provision has also been made to seafarers for the sister isles who are interested in receiving the vaccine to present themselves to be vaccinated. In an effort to ensure that the process runs smoothly, interested persons, you are encouraged to pre-register from 10 a.m. at the hospital. The Ministry of Health advises that all COVID-19 health and safety protocols must be observed for the duration of the process. All right, and the national vaccination process will be conducted on a first-come, first-served basis. All right, so they are saying that they will be going to Carriacou and other parts of the island as well, because there are persons who are asking, well, what's next? And that's a legitimate question. Okay, so after we finished, because we are yet to see the actual vaccination plan, everyone is asking about it. It seems to be in the official's head, but there's no document or, this, so you could refer to that to know exactly what is happening and when it will be happening. And so as it relates to that, the question was asked in this morning's press conference in terms of, okay, so after we do that, after this Friday, when we are done with the frontline workers and so on, where do we go from here? And according to the minister, what will happen next is that they are going to be vaccinating the elderly folks, all right? So persons who are of 65 years and older. But here's this.
Actually, right now, there's a team up at Princess Alice as well, administering vaccinations in St. Andrews. That will continue throughout the week in terms of 2 teams on mainland Grenada. I do expect them also to be going to St. Patrick's within this week as well. And there is a team going up to Carriacou tomorrow to spend the next couple of days at least in Carriacou to administer in the same order, first to frontline healthcare workers, then to frontline hospitality workers, and we will use this opportunity as well to offer to as many people in Carriacou as would be willing to take the vaccine. In terms of sites and the next step with respect to vaccinations, we will then be moving to 65 and over, prioritizing individuals who are 65 and over. That is a little bit of a different approach in that there are individuals who are not as mobile, and therefore it does and will involve us visiting certain homes for individuals who might be shut in, or it would be extremely inconvenient for them to come to any of the specific sites. As I said earlier, we are currently at Princess Alice, and during this week as well, we will be in St. Patrick's, and from there, as we proceed, we will be establishing fixed sites. But right now, because we are dealing with a different group or the first frontline group, we're trying to go as close as possible to them, as best as possible to make it convenient. As we proceed, there will be designated centers. Also, we will begin the registration or pre-registration of individuals who are desirous of receiving the vaccines and by Thursday of this week would not have received it as yet. The Ministry of Health will have on its website by Thursday ability for you to register, giving your name, your age, your address, your profession, whether you're retired or still working in what area or so that we can schedule you and also schedule the vaccination processes by areas as we proceed. In terms of vaccinations currently on island, there are 6,000 doses on island, which is one of 2 ways to look at it. That is enough to vaccinate for 2 doses, 3,000 individuals, or once we have in our possession the second batch, which is imminently to arrive, but as in the past, I will not declare anything until I actually have it in my hand. You've seen, while we knew this batch of vaccines were coming, we only announced it and said so once we had it in our hands, because...
Thank you very much, Honorable Nicholas Steele. Okay, so that's where it goes for the next step, as for persons been asking that particular question. So now you know what's going to be happening according to the minister, 65 and over, and they will be going into some of the houses, and then they will be asking some people to pre-register just the same so that it can accommodate you. All right. There's been an invitation as well from the government to opposition officials who are desirous of being vaccinated.
I also want to take this opportunity to extend again, I know it was officially done through the ministry, but to extend again to all opposition parliamentarians who have not as yet received the vaccination, for them to proceed at their soonest convenience, or to contact us at the ministry, myself, the permanent secretary, or the CMO, at their convenience, so that we can make arrangements for them to receive the vaccinations.
Now,
and that if there...
Okay, so that's for that. Now, here's what. There's been some concerns being expressed in some quarters that employers are forcing employees to take the vaccine. Now, if that is the case, there might be a potential problem. Why? Because as it stands now, taking of the vaccine is totally a choice on the adult. So it is not mandatory. It is not compulsory. There is no law that states that a person must take the vaccine. And so an employer, if that's true, would be in the wrong to force an employee to take the vaccine. Now, the question was put to the Minister for Health about that, and to provide a comment as it relates to that.
And that if there is a legitimate concern by any employee of any type of abuse by their employer, that they should approach the Ministry of Labor and speak to the Labor Commissioner. And if they are in a unionized institution, that they should approach their shop steward or their union representative for them to check on the credibility, validity, etc. of any of these accusations. I also want to say on the other side that employers have an obligation to ensure that all possible protective measures are made available to their employees throughout this pandemic, and specific to this pandemic. That started with the ensuring that their employees had the necessary protection, the necessary PPEs, whether it was gloves, masks, sanitizing centers, etc., and monitoring for their employees. And now I would think that most employers would be proactive and be facilitating their employees getting the vaccine. So an employer trying to convince, discuss with an employee the need for them, the necessity for them to take all possible precautions, which at this point in time would also include the vaccination, is possibly what we are seeing and possibly what we are hearing. And we need to be careful and make sure that it is not misconstrued to be anything else than that. An employee has an obligation to ensure that all of their employees take all the necessary protective measures. So they need to be as convincing as possible to their employees, while making sure that they respect their employees' rights.
Thank you very much. All right. Good. So, a retired public worker is threatening to take the government to court. Now, here's the problem. Now, she's saying that she's worked for years and years and years in the public sector. And based on a law that was passed many, many moons ago, she's not able to receive her benefits. And she's saying that this has to be rectified, and if it isn't, by a particular date, she says that she will be taking the government to court.
May come in will make it 5 years since I retired, and up to now I did not get my pension money. I wrote the PM letter. I wrote Mr. Bowen concerning that, and Mr. One Cletus sometime last year, before he got out from his job, the Prime Minister put him to call me a morning and told me that I don't have anything to get because I came in after 83. And I worked for years, long time. I did a lot for the return home and whatnot, and I'm not happy with what I'm getting. It's only $365 every month I get in from my nurse. This chicken change for me, and I need my money to fix up my house. I need to support my family. Things will be real rough and tough with me, real rough and tough. And I am planning, if I don't get my money by the month of August, I'll take it to court because I'm very serious about it. Up to the day before, I called Miss Williams. I called for concerning the money, and Miss Williams took my number. She said she will get back to me, and she did not call back as yet.
Thank you very much. And so we have Honorable Oliver Joseph responding to that, and he's saying that if she feels aggrieved, then it is within her right, if she so desires, to seek the court's intervention.
Any worker in our system feel aggrieved, they can take any matter to court, and government, they can take government to court if they think that they have a legal right or entitlement to something the government denied them. They can take it to court and let the court decide. So she has that right. The court will determine that with the determination of the court. She will be the first one to go to court. There's someone else who going to court on this matter. So it will be interesting to see how the court will rule.
Thank you very much, sir. As we move on tonight's program, 54 days into the new year, and the fire department of the Royal Grenada Police Force has so far attended to some 44 fires overall, sparking concerns. We're almost having a fire a day. You see what I'm talking about? It's reported that 16 incidents are related to dwelling house fires. 1 business enterprise, 11 bushfires, 10 rubbish fires, and 1 that has not been classified. They are concerned, and rightfully so. We are still in February. You understand? We are still in February. And so they are concerned. But here's what is even more troubling. The fire department says that while they are busy attending to fires, moving from point A to point B to try to save people's homes and their properties, they've had 5 false calls. A false call would mean that somebody calls and says, hey, there's a fire in Grandance, house is burning down. The fire department heads to Grandance, and when they reach to Grandance at X or Y position, based on the information given, nothing. In February, we are only in February, and we've had so many false calls. So we're fighting fire, and we're fighting false calls. Grenada, tell me something. You find that making sense? You find that making sense? And so the fire department, they are asking people to be more vigilant. People who are desirous of burning bush for agricultural purposes must get clearance from the Ministry of Agriculture. So you have to apply to be able to do that. Residential fires as well. If you want to burn within a residential area, you are obligated by law to advise your neighbors of such. And burn in small heaps. Have like a bucket of water just in case the fire goes out of control. But anyway, we're in the dry season, so you know, it's going to be zero tolerance for bushfires or any such fires. Well, you go hear from them about that soon. You understand? But they're saying it's concerning to them, the fire department. That's so all in the air. And they are responding to so many fires. It says that individuals, the police, they say that individuals have become complacent when it comes to securing their homes. So in other words, we are letting our guards down. Leaving things on the fire and going out. You understand? Leaving candles on and windows open and all this kind of stuff. We are not taking the necessary precautionary measures to prevent ourselves from becoming victims of fires. You understand? And so they are concerned about that. We're moving on. How are we looking for time? People, please be guided accordingly. The next thing that we have to tell you about why. I think everybody on the program is using WhatsApp. You're not familiar with WhatsApp, yes? But WhatsApp has been in the news a lot lately. Now, according to one report, WhatsApp users who do not accept its updated terms and conditions by the 15th of May deadline will be unable to receive or send messages until they do so. Their accounts will be listed as inactive, and inactive accounts can be deleted after 120 days. Calls and notifications will still function for a short while, but TechCrunch reported that probably only a few weeks. WhatsApp announced the update in January. There was a backlash among many users who thought it meant the company was planning to change the amount of data it shared with its parent company, Facebook. It later clarified this was not the case. The update is actually aimed at enabling payments to be made to businesses. Now, since the backlash happened, persons were recommended that users go over to Telegram or some other messaging services. Let's see how that goes, all right? We are there. We have started a Telegram group so that we can share news just as we are doing on WhatsApp. You can look for Mikey Live News there in the event that you are interested. All right, we have a lot more to tell you about, but we realize that we are running out of time. What we're going to do is we're going to take another break and come back. When we do, we've got the national report. We also have the weather coming up.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
The various COVID-19 vaccines work differently, but all do the same thing. They stop COVID-19 from making you sick. When someone usually gets sick from a virus, that virus has been able to get into the body's cells and force them to make more of the virus. And until a body has had enough time to make antibodies to fight the virus, that person will stay sick. But when you get a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells your cells to pretend to look like COVID-19 cells. And because your body's defenses think those are COVID-19 cells, even though they aren't, your defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though you don't have the virus, and your body won't attack your cells that look like COVID-19. Now with your body prepared, if the real COVID-19 virus comes along, your body is ready to stop it right away, so you won't get sick. All because the vaccine prepared your body. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Lavish the world's best vodka cocktail.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, Hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Ministry of Health vaccinates more than 1,200 frontline workers since the launch of the National Vaccination Program. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021, I am Rikisha St. Louis. More than 1,200 frontline workers have been vaccinated since Grenada launched its national vaccination program on Friday, February 12th. The first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine was received by Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell in a public show of support for the program. During the first week of the campaign, 394 workers were vaccinated. The Ministry of Health is currently on a mass vaccination drive at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort Convention Center, targeting frontline workers like certified taxi operators, airport workers, hotel workers, immigration and customs officers, law enforcement officers, and media workers. On Wednesday, the health team will undertake a similar drive in Carriacou for law enforcement officers, health wardens, and contact tracers, port and dock workers, airport workers, and hotel and guest house employees, among others. Health and Social Security Minister Honorable Nicholas Steele said by the start of government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday, more than 100 workers were vaccinated. That number rose to over 600 by the end of the day.
We ended last week having dedicated the entire week for our healthcare frontline workers to have access to vaccinations and VIPs. We ended the week with 394 vaccines being administered. We ended yesterday, just Monday alone, with 649 in total. From Monday morning, the vaccinations were offered to frontline hospitality workers, and there has been significant uptake from them.
Grenadians 65 years and older are next in line to be vaccinated, Minister Steele says. Going forward, they will establish fixed vaccination sites throughout the island to expedite the process.
We will then be moving to 65 and over, prioritizing individuals who are 65 and over. That is a little bit of a different approach in that there are individuals who are not as mobile, and therefore it does and will involve us visiting certain homes for individuals who might be shut in, or it would be extremely inconvenient for them to come to any of the specific sites. As I said earlier, we are currently at Princess Alice, and during this week as well, we will be in St. Patrick's, and from there, as we proceed, we will be establishing fixed sites. But right now, because we are dealing with a different group or the first frontline group, We're trying to go as close as possible to them, as best as possible to make it convenient.
Acting Permanent Secretary Dr. Francis Martin says the program will be extended to residents at the senior citizen homes through the public health program.
We recognize that that's a risk age group, and because of mobility issues, our public health professionals who are accustomed going out to the district in any event will be going to the homes to get those done.
While it has prioritized its first vaccination target group, at-risk family members of frontline workers who are interested in taking the vaccine will not be turned down. Beginning next week, Grenadians will be able to pre-register online for the vaccine. This will assist the ministry in formulating a schedule to ensure the effective execution of the program. Continuing the news, work on the rehabilitation and expansion of the River Sally Pre-Primary School has resumed. Members of the community have been clamoring for improved facilities due to the growing number of toddlers and limited work and play area. Jason Williams, engineer with the Basic Needs Trust Fund, told the Government Information Service that the project began in 2020 but was halted with the onset of COVID-19.
Now we've resumed and we have a new contractor on board. As it currently stands, the project is estimated to be around 15% complete, with most of the internal walls already erected and all foundation works done. The estimated cost of the project is approximately 940,000 EC dollars. And with a start date of January 25th, 2021, we expect the project should be complete by no later than July 31st, 2021. So as it stands, we are on course for completion by the contract date.
The contract was awarded to Stego Construction Limited. Contractor Stevenson Gordon says his team has made significant strides since being on site in January.
The work here involves the construction of 4 classrooms, toilet facilities to accommodate 8 toilet facilities, staff room facilities, toilet facilities, and we have the principal office, kitchen area, and the play area. The construction here we are building according to the Grenada Building Code, so all the necessary conditions, that are required for construction of new buildings now, we are following that guidelines.
15 people are currently employed on the project, including 2 women. The project, which falls under the 9th BNTF cycle, is funded in part by the Caribbean Development Bank and the Government of Grenada to the tune of $940,000. Health and Social Security Minister Honorable Nicholas Steele says Grenada is exploring options to procure additional vaccines as the country's fight against the COVID-19 global pandemic continues. The measures are being taken even as Grenada records no active COVID-19 cases on island in the last 2 weeks. Minister Steele, during the government's weekly post-cabinet media brief on Tuesday, explained that Grenada should receive 20% of its vaccines through the COVID-19 Vaccines Global Access, COVAX. However, the country cannot rely on this alone. COVAX is a global initiative aimed at equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines, led by the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, the World Health Organization, the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, and others. Through the COVAX facility, a shipment is scheduled to be delivered to Grenada between the first quarter and the end of 2021. Minister Steele says government is prepared to make payments to acquire vaccines through other means.
While we are most grateful for this, we do not rely on this alone. And we have been doing our bit to access vaccines for purchase, as well as on a bilateral basis, as has been done with this first batch of vaccines that have arrived, and will continue to do so. We do expect imminently to have to make payment for vaccines and are prepared and ready to do so. We do appreciate any other assistance because vaccines come at a great cost, and we will hold hard and fast to the policy that we are not going to charge our citizens for the vaccine in order to make sure that the rollout happens as quickly as possible.
Minister Steele expressed satisfaction in the rollout so far of the vaccination program and the support from businesses and their employees. He commended the private sector for recognizing the significance of the vaccination.
I am quite happy to date with the uptake that we have seen within the hospitality sector. I want to take this opportunity to thank the GHTA and the various entities, GTA, GHTA, and the various individual entities within the private sector of our hospitality industry who have stepped forward, who have facilitated and allowed their employees who are willing to take the vaccine to come, giving them the time off, in most cases transporting them and coming there with them to get the vaccine. It's really appreciated by the ministry and the team down there of our community nurses vaccination team that is working there, and it shows that definitely the hospitality sector recognizes they've paid a significant price during this COVID pandemic. A significant price. They've been one of the hardest hit sectors.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Hey, are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go, there are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community. Don't be that guy, put a mask on your face if you're heading outside. It's your life, my life, more lives will be taken if we don't try. If you feel any symptoms, call the hotline. Stay inside until you feel fine. 6 feet away every day. Keep COVID-19 far from away. Keep Grenada safe. Be COVID-19 smart.
Welcome back. Medicine and health require a significant amount of financing, and government is always trying to do more as it relates to maintenance and upgrade of equipment and services at the General Hospital. Those were the words of orthopedic surgeon Dr. Douglas Noel, who has been in practice for over 26 years. Dr. Noel made the comments during an interview with the GIS after completing 2 successful surgeries using new and updated equipment at the theatre at the General Hospital.
Some of the equipment is very, very expensive. We actually have what's called the Americans say C-arm. On the European side of the water, they say image intensifier. It's a special X-ray unit, which we just managed to get there about 2 months ago. And it costs close to $100,000 US. That's been installed at the General Hospital in the operating theatre. And this, we in fact used it today as well on 2 patients, one from Carriacou and one from Grenada. The patient from Carriacou was on a bicycle and unfortunately had an accident with a vehicle, and he sustained a very nasty fracture to the thigh bone, the femur. The other patient was climbing a tree, a nice golden apple tree. As I say, outdoor activity is very common in Grenada, and fell off the tree and sustained 2 fractures to the upper limb, one at the elbow and one at the wrist. And thankfully, with the new equipment we have, I used it on both patients today to get the bones back into the best position possible. And we're lucky we have that equipment now today, because without that equipment, it's difficult to get the bones back into the perfect position you want them to get back into.
Dr. Noel says through the Ministry of Health, government is always trying to source other equipment to improve on health services offered at the General Hospital.
It's not just one thing. You need a battery of shall I say, aspects, you know, and obviously So we're trying to get more as we proceed, so that we can improve our care of the patients and improve our results, you know. But right now, we're doing the best we can with what we have. But I'm delighted that we do have this image intensifier stroke C-arm to help us. What it does actually, just to explain to you, it's like an X-ray unit, but it gives what's called real-time imaging, so you can see when you're like straightening the bone out, you can actually see the bone move under the X-ray unit, so you can know exactly when it's in a good, perfect position.
That story just ended the national report for today, Tuesday, February 23rd. Let's recap the top story. Ministry of Health vaccinates more than 1,200 frontline workers since the launch of the National Vaccination Program. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rakisha. Here's now your weather. Generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy, with few brief showers mainly overnight. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. Now, there is a marine advisory in effect. And let's pick up a few people on the program. Javar, Deborah, Shireen, Ezran, Sherian, Kirin, Kimo, Javar again, Jose, Richard, Deborah, Lynthia, Nadina, Donna, Reginald, Sharon, Prince, Charmaine, Doreen, Shireen, Margaret, Spice Girl, Raybon, Marcia, Denise, did I say Arlene and Doreen? And right, we have Mom, Lintona, Sabina, Karen, Cynthia, and everyone else. We would like to say thank you for joining us on the program. We're looking forward to having you tomorrow, God's willing, again. I see April is there as well. April and Michelle. And Rolander. And Meryl and Mr. McQueen and Zilon. So Samantha, you have more than one Samantha's there. And Brenda, Adonna, and everyone else. Thank you for watching. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No. All the best. May God bless you and your family until tomorrow when we meet again. All right, take care of yourselves. And by the way, we are planning to have 2 programs. We're going to have one that speaks to the CBI program, the Citizen by Investment program, and then we're going to have a special program for you by a virologist at the St. George's University. We're going to be talking about the vaccine and what you should and shouldn't know, and everything as it relates to vaccine. We're going to be talking because we want to put you in a position of information and education. We want when you are speaking, you're speaking from a place of information and education, not speculation. Yes? And so that's what we are trying to do, and that's what we will. Take care of yourselves and your family until we meet again. God bless you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! All the best.